Bushcraft Basics 2036 asked an interesting question about what do you do with gloves when you need to take them off. When taking mittens off to perform the task, do you shove them in your parka front, a pocket? Do you let them dangle? Place them down on the ground? What do you do? That's an interesting question, Bushcraft Basics 2036. So here's my personal experience. When I'm wearing the heavier gauntlet gloves, I always have the gloves that have the little dangly straps, like the new Outdoor Research. These are the Revolution gloves. And if I need to do something where I have to take the glove off, I take the glove off, but I do not disconnect the cord, the ID10T cord. Instead, I do my best to put it in my armpit. Maybe I gotta pee or something, I do my thing, and then I work on it. I try and avoid letting them dangle. Of course, when I'm messing around, they invariably fall out because they spin around like crazy. For me to take my gloves off climbing, where I'm doing something pretty serious, take them off and put them in my jacket pocket, the only thing I'm going to do is switch over to a lighter glove. I just don't do activities other than like maybe taking a picture in very calm conditions, or if it's super warm, totally safe, where I just use my liner gloves. If I take off those gauntlet gloves, I immediately put on my lighter storm gloves just because I want to protect my hands. That is a big deal. As far as something like huge mittens, like the Alti mitts here, same sort of thing. If I got to take these bad boys off and I'm working, climbing, trekking, skiing, or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm messing around and I have to take them off, maybe I got to go pee, I will take them off and again put them in my armpit, do my thing, and then chill out. If I got to stop longer and I'm wearing my expedition parka, then I have stuffed them in the big pockets of the parka, and then I messed around. And maybe I'll take the glove leash off, but that's a very rare instance. Now, Bushcraft Basics asked about, you know, do you put this in your jacket pocket? That's going to be a really rare circumstance for me. I have been, like, I don't know, a year of my life in the outdoors, in polar conditions, mountaineering. I can't even remember taking these off and just stuffing them in my pocket to do something. Because if it's that bad where I get to wear mittens and now I'm down to my liner gloves, I'm definitely risking frostbite. In my big parka, when I'm doing polar exploration, I can put the gloves in my big parka pocket, not just my hard shell, but my mega anorak. And I have done that, but I will immediately again switch over to either the heavyweight gauntlet gloves or my lighter weight gloves, depending on what's going on. And the question about setting on the ground, I never set them on the ground, ever. Because you drop this on the ground, and then you look around, and then maybe you stepped on it with your boots with crampons on, maybe you kicked it, maybe it gets stomped, maybe the wind blows, maybe. I just never. Setting gloves down on the ground is an absolute recipe for disaster. These things are everything. If I lose my gloves, I'm gonna freeze my fingers. And then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be permanently disabled, disfigured. I'll get permanent Raynaud's syndrome, like my buddies have had. I just simply don't do it. If you have gloves that don't have some sort of cord, sew something in, get one of these guys, or if you got to do the around the neck thing where you got to fiddle around a lot, just be careful about that. But never. I will toss my gloves in my tent. I will jam my gloves in my backpack. I will stuff my gloves in my pocket if I absolutely have to. This jacket also has inner pockets where in a very rare circumstance I would take these off. Absolutely make sure they are stuffed in and the cord is not dangling out, and then zip the jacket up so they're contained and hopefully they don't fall out. But if you take the gloves off and you drop that glove and you lose it and you freeze your fingers, toast. Definitely don't do it. Do not set your gloves down in the outdoors. It is just a recipe for disaster. Please, if anything, don't do that. Please ask questions in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Thank you very much for watching.